Welcome guys to the Meet Damian channel, to another live stream here. We're currently looking at the cryptocurrency markets here on coinmarketcap.com. We're going to talk about the David Sachs press conference that was streamed on Twitter. Wasn't really broadcasted on a lot of news outlets out there, but we'll take a look at it. We'll skip right to the juicy part about the Bitcoin reserve. First, we'll take a look at what the prices of crypto is doing at, and then we'll look at what David Sachs had to say about the Bitcoin reserve here. Okay. But yeah, so we're looking at coinmarketcap.com. You can see here that Bitcoin is down about 4.5%, 4.9% today. Ethereum is down 8%, XRP down 8.7%. And this is after we just had a really good day yesterday. So we're kind of giving some of that back right now. We thought we might have been able to get another good solid day here that would have sent us up to higher prices if we got some more good news about the Bitcoin reserve. But you know what? Why don't I just get right to it here? I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys exactly what was going on with the Bitcoin reserve here that they're talking about. We're gonna look at David Sachs' press conference. Let me just go ahead and turn the music off here for a second. Yeah. Okay. All right. So here we are. David Sachs.
I have the same commitment, so I really don't have anything additional.
All right. Last question, Jennifer.
Thank you so much, Jennifer Schonberger with Yahoo Finance. On the campaign trail, the president said he supported the Bitcoin reserve. I'm curious what the plans are with that at this point, and what the Biden administration could consider putting crypto into a sovereign wealth fund that is
After you.
So one of the things that the president instructed us to do was to evaluate the idea for a Bitcoin reserve, and so that is one of the things. That's one of the first things we're going to look at as part of the internal working group in the administration. So as soon as we get all that set up, we're still waiting for some cabinet secretaries who are on the working group to get confirmed. So we're still in the very early stages of this, but that's one of the first things we're gonna look at is the feasibility of a Bitcoin reserve. I think the concept of the sovereign wealth fund is a little separate, and you'd have to talk to Secretary Lutnick, or soon to be Secretary Lutnick, about that.
Thank you all very much.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
And yeah, that was pretty much it in a nutshell there, guys. They didn't really, they said that they're working on it, okay? And the markets didn't really, they did not really like hearing the fact that they're still working on it. So that's why we're getting a decrease in the price right now in Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trading view chart here. You can see that Bitcoin is currently trading at $96,900 here. We gave back a lot of the gains that we got from yesterday. I know yesterday we were trading as high as, let me just zoom in here. We were trading as high as like $102,000. Earlier today we got as high as about $101,800. So we were looking like we were gonna ready to pounce and try to go to higher prices here. But right after that, you know, that Bitcoin conference by David Sachs and a few other congressmen, the markets weren't too happy. Let me go into the 1 hour chart, and you'll see, like, you know, right here, that press conference happened at like 2:30 East Coast time here. And you see right here the timestamp here, like around like 3 o'clock, we were trading around like $99,000 when that news news conference started. And then after that, going into like 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, we just had that nasty drop where we dropped down 2% on Bitcoin. And that's actually the level that we're trading at right now is actually a fib level. Let me see if I can zoom out here so you guys can see. We came right down to the 0.382 fib level, 96,802. Okay, that's what traders have been eyeballing here, because that's from the Fibonacci analysis, measuring from where Bitcoin got as high as 109,000 down to like we dropped down to like $89,000 back in January 13th. So that fib level of like 96,800, I mean, that's literally where we're at right now, with Bitcoin price being about 96,948. Okay, so we're hugging that level right there. Could it stick? Could it hold? That's what we're here for. That's why we're in the charts right now. Just looking at the charts here, you know, we did get overheated on the 1 hour time frame here when news first broke out that this conference was happening, and traders on Wall Street started buying up the price of Bitcoin earlier in the morning. They sent it up to like $102,000, which is actually another fib level that we've been eyeballing at. It's another very important level for Bitcoin to get above. But I guess there might have been some insider trading, and they kind of figured that this wasn't going to happen. Okay, and we ended up basically selling off as soon as they said, like, they're okay. So they said that they're waiting on a few people to get confirmed. Mainly they're waiting on Commerce Secretary Ludwig to get confirmed in the Senate, and then I guess they can start moving the ball along as far as like the regulations and getting the Bitcoin reserve. But I mean, it wasn't a total like loss and a whopper for all of us here on crypto. They are trying to work on it. We just have no set dates. They didn't say it was happening today or tomorrow or next week or next month. But they're working on it, and they're waiting on some people. And it's just going to take some time, and the market's just going to have to live with it. The fact that they're going through a process right now. Okay. So yeah, Bitcoin currently trading at 97,149. I think we're getting somewhat of a balance. Let me just check in on the 5-minute time frame here. Yeah, so like, you know, this is we got a low as what, 96,145 bucks here on Coinbase Exchange. And the last like 30 minutes, we are creeping up higher here. You can see like the beginning of a little bit of a bull flag here. We'll see if we can get some more follow through to higher prices here. I do notice that already off the bat, I can see it right now that there is some bullish divergence on the 5-minute time frame. Okay, so we have lower lows here on price, obviously, but we have higher lows here on the RSI. That indicates that buyers were trying to defend this $96,000 level here. We got a little bit oversold past that fib level of like 96,800. Looks like, you know, depending upon how other people were measuring it, I measured it at 96,800. Some people might have had maybe 96,500, but we are starting to get that bounce here. Buyers are stepping in, and this might be the beginning of a reversal here on price. After we had the little bit of a disappointment from that news conference at 2 o'clock in the afternoon here. So, you know, if you are trading and investing and looking to add into Bitcoin, you might have got some Bitcoin, you know, you might have got your discount sale right now. And now we have to see, is Bitcoin going to just continue going down to lower prices here, right? Can Bitcoin go to higher prices, or is it going to go to lower prices? Let me zoom out. Let's go to the 1 hour chart here. Okay. So this is what the 1 hour time frame is looking like. We are making lower highs here, okay, from what we did back in the beginning of February here, end of January. Friday, after the Trump tariffs sent us down over the weekend, we are making lower lows, lower highs, and this looks like could possibly be a lower high here. But I mean, the low that we made was right here at what, 91,178. Okay, so it would be nice if we can just make this a higher low here at $97,000 and never go lower than that. Okay, because that would give buyers confidence here that we can go to higher prices on Bitcoin. Okay, if we can just create a higher low, at least on the 1 hour time frame here. But we need to go to higher highs in order for us to be confident that we're back in a bull run here. Okay, we got the trend reversal. The trend reversal occurred on Monday. That's the low. That's the low watermark. We want to create a higher low watermark here. So, you know, I'm just repeating myself here, but that's essentially what it is. Now, if we're not able to get past this high that we made here on Monday at $102,600, and we treat that as like a double top, or if this just becomes a lower high and we never go higher than what we did on Tuesday, then yeah, we're going to be bearish temporarily, and we're going to be looking to see if Bitcoin can defend the $92,000, $91,000 area one more time. Let me go ahead and turn on the VRVP. Let's see what the VRVP, see if it agrees with me on these levels here. The VRVP in this time frame is showing that the point of control is just jumping up on me, I'm saying. But you can see that we have a high volume node here at like $98,000, $99,000, where a lot of traders, investors settled up at. We also have another higher volume level here at $102,000, $101,000, okay, in this area. Okay, so that's why you know, we were trading sideways at $102,000 for the most part. And that's why we kind of topped out here on Monday at $102,000, because there's a lot of traders and investors that bought and sold at that area. So we need to get above that point of control, that high volume node here, in order for us to be bullish. And if we just come up here and we get rejected, then it's not going to be pretty, because we're probably that's going to be counting as a double top, and we're going to probably end up coming down to the low 90s here, or maybe even break below that and go to even lower prices. Okay, so yeah, buyers need to step in if we're going to be bullish, right? If we're going to be bullish, and this is as some would say, the super cycle, then they need to start doing some super duper action here and start buying up these Bitcoins right now. Looking at the MACD, is the MACD showing less selling pressure? No, at least not on the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour time frame, I know me personally, I day trade, and I was a little bit excited when I saw like the selling pressure was coming down. Okay, but then after that news conference, the selling pressure decided to increase. I thought the selling pressure was going to decrease, and then we would start seeing some green candles here, but instead, nope. We went from having light red candles, which was promising, to now we have dark red candles, and the selling pressure is getting starting to increase one more time here. So in the short term, you know, if we're not going up, obviously we're going down, as simple as it might sound, right? If we're not able to get back to where we were before that press conference at like $99,000 for Bitcoin, and like between now and tomorrow, you can treat this as almost like a head and shoulder pattern. Okay, you got yourself a little bit of a shoulder here, and then the head, and then this is the shoulder that is getting extended out, and now then we got shot down. But we could go to lower prices, because head and shoulder patterns are not they're not bullish, they're bearish. Simple as that. Let me just show you what the 4 hour time frame is, because the higher time frame looks a little bit more promising, or at least it was looking promising earlier. Okay, higher time frame showed that, you know, we had here on the 4 hour time frame, we had a lot of selling over the weekend, and then we got that buying pressure on the MACD, and you know, earlier today, it looked like we were going to probably get some more green candles here, but now the green candles are turning light green candles here. And if this turns into more light green candles and more selling pressure and we start getting red candles, then yeah, Bitcoin is definitely going to be coming down to the low 90s. And maybe for those who missed out on buying those cheap prices that we had on Monday and Sunday here, Sunday night and Monday morning, you might get one more opportunity to buy up some cheap Bitcoin at like $90,000 here. Okay. That is the only saving grace that I can get out of this analysis here. But it's not looking good when you go sideways and then you make lower highs here. Okay. We have a lower high here, lower high, and we haven't really been able to get past the high that we had back on when Trump got inaugurated. So, you know, for those who put a lot of credence on Donald Trump, seems like nothing that his administration has done so far has increased the price of Bitcoin. Ever since he got inaugurated, nothing that he did or his fellow people that are working in his administration have actually gotten the price to go up. If anything, they've gotten the price to go down with the Trump tariffs and the meme coin madness that we got. It's not really helping out here. I think I'm ready to start taking some requests here. If you guys have some requests, go ahead and shoot them away. We'll start looking at some of the top market cap cryptos here. We'll look at we'll start off with Solana, and then we'll move down to the XRP and Ethereum and AVAX and SUI after that. But let's look at Solana, see what Solana has been able to do here. So we're looking at the 4-hour chart for Solana. Solana currently trading at $206. And looks like I'm already eyeballing it here on the 4-hour chart. I already see what is the beginnings of a double top here on Solana. Let me see if I could draw this out here. Put yeah. So you have yourself one top right there, okay. And then if I can do that one more time, and you got another top here. Okay, you got yourself a double top. Double tops are bearish, okay? What will end up happening is if you do the measure move on the double top, you measure from the top of the double tops to the low here, the valley in between the two of them, and then you take that measure move and you just put it down to the bottom of that valley, and it gives you the measure move here, and it says that, you know, Solana could go down to $184 if this double top plays out. So be on the lookout for that. Okay, I'm seeing that chart pattern right now. Hopefully it doesn't play out, because we would like to see Solana go to higher prices here. But for those who want to buy some cheaper Solana, you might get your wish come true over the next couple of days here. If Solana decides to lose the $200 level here, looks like right over here at like $202 is where Solana has been getting some bounces off the $202 level. Okay, so be on the lookout. If you see Solana break past $202 and start going to low prices, then you might be able to scoop some up at like $180 here. Okay, that's my short-term analysis on Solana. Trying to see if I see anything promising on the RSI here. You know, there was a little bit of bullish divergence, but that was like just like with Bitcoin back on Sunday and Monday, and now we're just creating a double top. This is not looking good, guys. At least for Solana, and Solana is one of the better performing cryptos that's been out there. I mean, Solana has made all-time highs, right? Came to a new all-time high on Sunday, January 19th, right before Donald Trump got inaugurated, only for us to come down to $206. If Solana is not able to pull through and neglect this double top that I'm seeing on the 4-hour chart, if we can somehow manage to just get some buying pressure here and go past the $220 level here and not treat it as like a double top, then yeah, there might be some hope here for Solana. But most likely, I would say 70% probability that this plays out and we go to the downside here in the next couple of days here on Solana. So just be on the lookout for that. The price target is like $184 for Solana. Okay. Let's look at XRP for you Ripple investors, Ripple Army. We're now looking at XRP on the 4-hour chart, and XRP is currently trading at $2.50 here. Most of these charts look identical. You know, everybody got the bounce back on Monday when Donald Trump got rid of the tariffs on Canada and Mexico. And I'm just zooming in here on the 4-hour chart. We don't have a double top on XRP. We just have now a lower high, which is just as bad as the double top here. Yeah, let me nope, I don't want that one. I want the curve here. All right, so you know, you got your high here, and then you got your other high, your lower high here. Okay. Yep. So you got high here at $2.80 on Ripple, and then another high here at $2.71, and you can treat that as you know, we're gonna go to lower prices here. If we're just making lower highs, then the next thing we're gonna be seeing is this thing gonna make a lower low? Right now we had a low today that we got as low as like $2.41, which happens to be like right where these candle wick opening and closings were at back on Monday and Sunday here. So maybe you could put your stop loss here if you're bullish and looking for higher prices on Ripple. But if you're bearish, you know, you're looking to see if we're going to break below that $2.40 area here. And once you go below $2.40, let me just put the moving averages. Is there any moving average support? No, not on the 4-hour. If we go to the daily chart here, you might get some support at $2 psychological level here on Ripple. Wow, Ripple actually went below $2 on Monday here. It went to like $1.72. And you know, just looking at the daily chart, I see the MACD. The MACD, we lost that buying pressure, and we got increased selling pressure. I'm wondering what tomorrow is going to look like for Ripple and Bitcoin and crypto, because if we get a bigger red candle here on the MACD, then Jesus, you know, the selling pressure might not be done on Ripple, and you will see Ripple go below $2.40 here. Looks like the next support is at $2 psychological level for Ripple. Okay, that happens to be right where the 100-day moving average, that blue line, is. So we'll see. Sorry if my stream sounds bearish right now, but that's kind of like what these cryptos are doing. Until these cryptos start making higher highs than their previous highs, we're gonna be bearish on crypto in the meantime. I gotta call a spade a spade. I'm not gonna be superly bullish or overly bullish if there's nothing to be bullish about here. Okay. We're now looking at Ethereum. Ethereum, let me just get rid of some of this previous chart work that's no longer necessary anymore. Ethereum did get a nice solid on the daily candle, got a nice solid green candle with a long whip. That shows that there is some buyers down here that will definitely scoop up some Ethereum at below 2,500 bucks. You know, Ethereum got as low as like 2,150 on Monday. Okay, so that was a steal of a deal, or so we think. But like now today, you know, Ethereum opened at $2,800, and we're currently trading at $26.77. Okay, and we got as low as $26.33. Same thing, you know, we got some more selling pressure on the daily candles here. We got very limited buying pressure. Look at this on the MACD. Okay, I'm looking at this chart. We haven't really had that much buying pressure at all for Ethereum like the last couple of months. Like the only time we had some decent buying pressure on the MACD was like the beginning of November when Donald Trump got elected. We saw some buying pressure here on the MACD, but you know, Ethereum has been one of the weakest high market cryptocurrencies over the last few months here. You know, after the Trump pump was able to send it to $4,100 on December 16th, it's been lower high, a lower high, a lower high, and then lower lows. Okay, Ethereum is in a bearish downtrend right now. And was this the reversal candle that we needed? Well, we thought that was going to be the reversal candle, but look at what the daily chart's showing right now. It's showing that Ethereum still wants to go in the downtrend, almost as if like this wick doesn't mean anything. Okay, we have like right here, we're kind of like now in a descending channel on Ethereum. Okay. So like how low is it gonna go until we finally get some people interested in buying Ethereum? We know on Monday people were interested in buying it at $2,100, $2,200 Ethereum. But do we have to go back down there again in order for us to get some more excitement about Ethereum? Maybe. Okay. I'm looking at the Fibonacci analysis, and you know we've broken through all the fib levels here. The only support that Ethereum really has is this $2,400 level here. Okay. So maybe Ethereum needs to go down a couple $100 more before we finally get our bounce back that we need in order to reverse and go to higher prices here on Ethereum. That's my analysis on Ethereum on the daily chart here. Let's move on to some other cryptos here. We'll take a look at AVAX. And let me say hi to Marshall Law. I see you in the chat there. Yep, it's been a crazy day, hasn't it? We've been having some crazy days the past couple of weeks now, ever since Donald Trump got inaugurated. I think ever since Donald Trump came out with Trump coin, we've had you know, what a day, you know, kind of crazy days here. So here we are, we're looking at Avalanche now, AVAX. Let me get rid of this previous chart work. AVAX, and let me just get rid of the moving averages as well. AVAX is in this this falling descending wedge, right? Or it was in this falling descending wedge. I'm gonna have to readjust this now because I'm going to redraw the lines because it looks like it's no longer applying, or I have to like, yeah. So that looks more like what AVAX is doing right now. Okay. So AVAX is still in a falling wedge, but like how far down does it need to go in order for buyers to get excited again and start buying up this cryptocurrency? We do have like the level $21 seems to be where some previous lows were back in like August and September. And ironically, that seems to be the level that AVAX got some support at, was $21. $21.49 on Monday. People decided to buy up AVAX when it got down that low. Is AVAX gonna continue creeping down to $21? All right, because I can't really do fib levels here anymore because now we're making new lower lows on the daily price. If we go lower than $21, then there's not that much support on AVAX until you come down to like $9. Like a 50% drop in price on AVAX, right? If I pull up the VRVP, let's see what the VRVP is saying, okay? VRVP is saying point of control right now. Point of control is right at $21, okay? But you got some high volume nodes here at like $13 on AVAX. You got another one here at like $17. So if we're not going to stay in the 20s, then AVAX is probably going to come into the teens. All right, $17 AVAX might be the next price on deck, or $13. As sad as it might sound to hear that for you AVAX Avalanche investors, if we're going to continue being bearish on these altcoins, then maybe that's where we need to go next. Moving on to Sui. Sui actually did look pretty decent. It's had a pretty good last few months here for those who've been paying attention to Sui. Sui on the daily chart here was making higher highs on the price, but it was making lower highs here on the RSI, which was bearish divergence, and that bearish divergence was playing out sideways for the most part. The price was going sideways up until we got the drop here after Donald Trump's inauguration on Sui, and Sui got A little bit of a reversal candle, was looking pretty strong here on Monday after getting as low as like $2.30. Wow, $2.39 SUI. I actually myself scooped up some SUI on Monday. I was able to get SUI at like $2.90. I wasn't that lucky enough to get it at $2.40. I wasn't paying it on the charts like that, or at least not looking at SUI at the time. I was paying more attention to Bitcoin at the time. But yeah, when I saw SUI below $3, I decided to scoop up some SUI myself. For those who want to follow my trades, I scooped up some SUI around $2.90. And was looking to scoop up some more if it went lower again, but it didn't. And then SUI was able to bounce back, and it closed out Monday at 365, which happens to be kind of like where we are right now. SUI also had a decent day earlier today when it got as high as like 390 here. Okay, let me just get rid of the VRVP. $3.90 SUI was the high water mark here for today. And then, you know, after the news conference, that didn't really give us what we wanted as crypto investors, which was give us a set date as to like when that Bitcoin crypto asset reserve is going to be coming into play here. They didn't give us a date. They said that they're working on it, which is the same news as what they said yesterday and last week. And ever since Donald Trump said that he was going to do a Bitcoin reserve, it's like, okay, they're working on it. All right, whatever. That's not really going to help us make money anytime soon here. But yes, going back to SUI, let me go ahead and turn the moving averages and see if there's any support here if SUI does decide to go down. Looks like SUI did bounce off that 200-day moving average, the red line there, at like $2.54. That would be where I would try to put some more buy orders in and see if you get lucky enough to get them filled. If SUI does come down, you know, $2.50 might be a good area to buy. Also, you got the fib level here saying that $2.70 is also a good buy area for SUI if you want to buy some more SUI. I do like the fact that we're seeing some light red candles here on SUI, so the buyers are getting rid of this selling pressure. Hopefully we can get some green candles going forward on SUI. But nothing set in stone. We can get more selling pressure tomorrow and negate all this progress and come right back down again. Okay. So I think tomorrow and the next few days here are going to be like mission critical on crypto to see if we can sustain these prices and actually go to higher prices here. I'll look at the Bitcoin chart one more time to see like what long-term buying pressure and selling pressure looks like for Bitcoin on the MACD. And I think I'll do that right now actually. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks like it's actually getting a little bounce back ever since I started the stream here. So, but we'll look at the daily and the weekly here time frame here to get a general idea as like what's up with crypto and what's up with Bitcoin. So here on Monday, you see we got the light red candle indicating that the selling pressure was coming to an end, at least temporarily. But we're now getting a dark red candle here on the MACD, which leads me to believe that you know, we could, if we get another dark red candle going into tomorrow, then that's going to probably bring us right down to the 100-day moving average here. 100-day moving average is currently at 94,000, that blue number there, and that $94,200. I'm expecting if Bitcoin is going to have a bad day or a bad night tonight, we could come down to the $94,000 level here, okay? Which happens to be with 100-day moving averages, so that's where we'll get some support. We also have the Fibonacci analysis. I'm not sure if you can see that, the number there. The red's kind of like blending in, but it's like it's saying $93,800. $93,800, $94,000 might be where you can scoop up some cheap Bitcoin if we're not able to maintain 96, 97 in this area over here. Okay, so there's still a chance that we could come down and we might get a bounce back off of $94,000. That's what I see going forward for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. Wow, look at this. We have a big indecision candle here. We have a wick to the high and a wick to the low. This is saying that buyers and sellers can't make up their goddamn minds here about what they want to do with the price of Bitcoin. It's a battle. It's a battle between the bulls and the bears, and neither one is winning right now. Okay, at least on this weekly candle, which still has like 5 more days to close. It will close on Sunday. But you can see here on the MACD, the buying pressure that we had in October, November is slowly dying off on Bitcoin. Dying off going into February here. And now, at least we can do one of two things. Most likely, if we continue on the trend, we're going to start getting some red candles like we did here back in July and August of 2024. Back in the summer of 2024. And then that probably is going to lead to like Bitcoin being lower than 90 grand. Okay. However, there's no guarantee that we have to go, you know, get some red candles and have a bad summer like we did last summer. Okay. We could start getting green candles here. We could start getting green candles out of nowhere that sends the price of Bitcoin higher past like the all-time highs and into like $120,000, $130,000 Bitcoin. Like you see here, like, you know, look here back here in 2023 here, right? We have like in October 2023, we saw, you know, Bitcoin get a pump up going into December and January 2023, and then here in the MACD, the buying pressure starting to die down, and it looked like we were going to get some more red candles here. And then February of 2024, you know, in January 2024, that's when the Bitcoin ETF came out. So, you know, a lot of short sellers were like, they were like salivating that, oh my god, we could like sell some Bitcoin at like $40,000 here. And then the Bitcoin ETF came out, negated that, and prices went up higher. A lot of buying pressure. So just because we're getting less buying pressure now doesn't mean that we can't get more buying pressure going forward and just fake out the bears here and do like a little bit of bear trap. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. Hopefully we get that going forward here. But the buying pressure is dying down here on the weekly chart for Bitcoin. So if it feels a little bit bearish, now you know why. Because there's not that many buyers buying up Bitcoin at these prices here. But that can change, especially if we start getting some news about ETFs and some more regulation on crypto. If they come out with no tax on crypto, we still got that possibility coming up here in the future. We still have, they're talking about doing a Bitcoin reserve, and when they said the Bitcoin reserve, they said they're going to work on that right away as soon as they get their guys confirmed in the Senate and the House here in America. So, you know, the show's not over yet. It's not over. It's not over yet. We also have on the weekly chart, we have the 21 EMA, which could give us some support at like mid 80,000, $86,000. So if Bitcoin does come down like another $10,000, it might bounce off that white line, and that might be the next reversal point for us to go to higher prices. But yep, a lot of indecision right now because we don't know what to make of it. At least on the weekly candle here, we don't know, are we gonna get a reserve? When are we gonna get the reserve? You know, are we not gonna get it? Okay, can we start short selling Bitcoin at $100,000 and bring it all the way down to like $50,000 or $60,000? No, we don't know. And then also with Donald Trump being erratic as he is, with the economy and the markets, we don't know what the next thing's gonna do, what he's gonna do next to like you know, rock the boat here. So yeah, Bitcoin, we have a lot of indecision, a lot of uncertainty right now. Okay, maybe we'll get some clarification going into February and March, and that will send the prices higher. Nothing is certain until it is. Yeah, martial law, nothing is certain until it is. That is true. let me look at the 5-minute time frame here, because ever since I've gone live here, Bitcoin has been getting a little bit of reversal here on price. Okay, so I went live roughly about an hour ago. Okay, well, maybe like 45 minutes ago, and yeah, you can see on the 5-minute time frame here, around like 5:10 was like where we got the lowest price of $96,145. So like right before I went live is when we got this low here, and then ever since I've been live streaming here, you know, we got a little bit of a bull run, not a big bull run, but we're going up, not down. We're going up and to the right here, and I'm seeing like little mini bull flags here. Okay, you know, you just draw the flagpole here, and then you just draw from the highs. Okay, and then, you know, you draw from the lows here, and it creates this little flagpole, right? You got the flag, the pole, and then you just take that and you put it to like where you break out of the flagpole, and it shows you where the next price area is. So you can see that right now the bulls are creating bull flags, right? And here we go again, right? Another flagpole, right? Where you just connect the highs, okay? And you got your upward trend line on the bottom here. And then do we jump up again and try to get to where the moving averages are? Yeah, I think that might be a possibility. Maybe the selling pressure is coming to an end here, and we might see Bitcoin get back up to like 99,200, which is where the 200 moving averages, I believe. That red line, it would take you right above the red line here on the 5-minute chart. I have been eyeballing $99,200 for a while here, as one of the fib levels, I believe. Yeah, $99,200. I believe that's going to be the next price target later on tonight if we're going to be bullish here. If buyers are going to step in and buy up this relatively cheap Bitcoin at like $97,000, then 99,200 is probably where we're going to butt our head up against before we get rejected, and we'll see what happens after that. So that is my analysis on Bitcoin going into the rest of the night here. You guys have any requests? Any other cryptos you guys want me to talk about? Let's see. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin dominance. Okay, Bitcoin dominance has been increasing over the last few days here, as altcoins have been sold off and people are either going into Bitcoin or they're getting out of crypto altogether. But the ones who are getting out of their altcoins are going into Bitcoin right now, and you can see that here, at least on the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin dominance. Right now, Bitcoin dominance is at 61.4%. So Bitcoin has 61% of the total market cap. I believe it's like $3 trillion of market cap is in crypto right now, and Bitcoin has like almost 2/3 of that. Okay, and Bitcoin dominance actually got as high as like 64% on Sunday here. Had a nice candle wick, and then I guess some people decided to put money into the altcoins that had like the biggest bloodbath of 2025, and now Bitcoin dominance is just going sideways here. Okay, looks like Bitcoin dominance is also creating a little bit of a bull flag. All right, but we want Bitcoin dominance to actually go down. If you guys want your altcoin season, you want this bull flag to get rejected, and you want that to go down, because you want money to go into your altcoins, right? If you guys are altcoin investors, you want less Bitcoin, you want more money going into altcoins, you want Bitcoin dominance to come down here. But it looks like since we're starting off on this bull trend here, and we got a little bit of bull flag here, it looks like Bitcoin dominance, if it does break out where it's at right now at 61%, it's saying that we could see a Bitcoin dominance go up to like 64-65%, and that could be a good or a bad thing depending upon how it gets there. Okay, Bitcoin dominance could go up if we get a Bitcoin reserve and then all these people want to buy Bitcoin and they totally forget about the altcoins because now we got a Bitcoin reserve and everything's pointing towards Bitcoin being the one true king out of all the cryptos. Okay, yeah, that'd be a very good reason to be in Bitcoin, and it'll also be a good reason to be in altcoins because the altcoins will also get a little bit of money thrown at them as well if that's the reason why Bitcoin dominance is going up. Now, if Bitcoin dominance is going up because Bitcoin is crashing, and then the altcoins are going even lower than Bitcoin, then that's not a good reason to see Bitcoin dominance go up. But like right now, the Bitcoin dominance chart is saying we're probably gonna go up, okay, on Bitcoin dominance. And looking at the MACD on Bitcoin dominance, like, you know, we have like the beginnings of some red candles here on the 4-hour time frame. This could get negated, okay, this could turn green again, and then we just have Bitcoin dominance go up for whatever reason. Or it could go red, and we would want it to go red. We got the beginnings of some red here on Tuesday, February 4th, 2025 here. That would be good for altcoins, okay? So we want more selling pressure on the Bitcoin dominance. We want less people going into Bitcoin. We want more people going into altcoins for all you altcoin investors here. Now, if you're a Bitcoin maxi, a Bitcoin maximalist, then you actually want your Bitcoin dominance to go up, and then you want to be like, haha, see, told you should have been in Bitcoin the whole time. What are you guys doing in altcoins, right? But you know, for the rest of us who are in altcoins, we want Bitcoin dominance to go down, and Bitcoin dominance has been going up ever since like the beginning of December here of 2024. Let me just zoom out to like the daily time frame, see what it looks like. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance is increasing. Bitcoin dominance, it's okay for Bitcoin dominance to go up. We just want it to go up for the right reasons. We want it to go up because Bitcoin is going up as well, and people are just getting excited, and then they're gonna find out about Ethereum. They'll find out about Solana and XRP, and then they'll also put their money in the altcoins as well. But we don't want Bitcoin dominance going up because this is the end of the bull run, and everybody's panicking. Okay. Let's look at US dollar tethered dominance. Okay, USDT .D. This will give you an idea, guys. The tethered dominance is gonna give you an idea as to whether or not people are scared and running away from crypto altogether and selling their altcoins to go into Tether. Okay, Tether is basically almost just like the dollar. It trades like 1-to-1 on the dollar, so it's like just another way of having dollars. Instead of having dollars, you can have Tether, but you're basically valued the same. It's just $1 of Tether equals $1 of US dollars. Okay, but anyways, Tether dominance is right now at 4.46%. And Tether dominance on the daily chart has been in a bear trend, and we want that. We want Tether dominance to go down. We don't want it to go up, because if Tether dominance is going up, that means people are afraid and they don't want to touch risk assets. They don't want to touch altcoins or any crypto for that matter besides Tether. Tether is a crypto itself, but Tether is a risk-off asset. So if Tether dominance is increasing, that means people are feeling less risky. They don't want to take risk, and that could indicate that we're going to go down in prices on our cryptos here. Tether dominance has been in this. It was in an ascending triangle for the most part, and then it went down, which was good. It went down. Look at this. Like, Tether dominance went down when Donald Trump got inaugurated middle of January. And it stayed down for the most part, but then people got afraid of the Trump tariffs. The Trump tariffs came in. Altcoin bloodbath over the weekend, and it shot Tether dominance up. Look at Tether dominance on Monday getting as high as what? This red. Look at this red wick here. We got as high as like 4.96%. Yikes. We haven't been as high as 4.96% since before Donald Trump got elected in November. So people got scared, very scared. They went into Tether, and then boom, actually the wick, it was only a wick because we closed right over here. We came right back into the ascending triangle for the most part. You can call this an ascending triangle, and you can also call this a bear flag. We want this to play out as a bear flag, okay? If we're bullish on crypto and we're bearish on Tether, right? Because if you're bullish on crypto, then you got to be bearish on Tether. This bear flag could play out like this, where we come down even lower on Tether dominance. And we can see Tether dominance get down to like 2.2%, 2.27. Is that blue number right there? That would be nice, because that would probably be basically the top of this bull run, I would say. If you haven't made money by that point, then I'm not sure what you're doing wrong, okay? But you probably should stop doing it if you're not making money at that point. And it's saying that this Tether dominance could peak out around like March. I mean, the Tether dominance could drop down, and we could get maybe an altcoin season in March of 2025. Like, what, a month from now? That'd be interesting. Maybe that would be, you know, after we get the Solana and Ripple ETF, and maybe if we get no tax on crypto and a Bitcoin reserve or a crypto asset reserve, then yeah, I could see Tether dominance coming down to 2.27%, and this would be a bear flag, and then we can just all give ourselves high fives and pats on the back for being invested in crypto. But nothing is certain, like my friend Martial Law has said. Nothing is certain till it is. And you know, we could get this could get negated, and we might be bottoming out here on Tether dominance, and Tether dominance might be increasing. And if Tether dominance starts increasing and we see it get into like 5%, 6%, then you can call that the end of the bull run here, because that means people rather be in Tether than being in altcoins. Yeah. I'm gonna get rid of this. This is looking more like a range now rather than an ascending triangle. So I'm just gonna draw this for in the future when I look at this chart again. It looks like we're gonna be here. So we're at the high end of the Tether dominance. Maybe we start seeing Tether come back down again on the dominance, and we just come right back down to 3%, and we might just ping pong back and forth, you know, like maybe I'm just like trying to like game plan these things out here. Maybe this is just a channel, and this is the peak of fear right now, okay? This is like the fear index, okay? And then maybe we just end up, if I could just draw it out here, let's see. Maybe going into like March, the end of February and March, Tether dominance comes down, and we get like more money going into crypto again. And then maybe we get like Trump scaring us again with those tariffs, and he increases tariffs on China, and he reinstates them on Canada and Mexico. And then we get Tether dominance, we get another scare. And then finally they come out with the Bitcoin reserve, or we get an ETF approved, and we come back down here on Tether dominance, okay? And then maybe we peak out, and that's the end of the bull run, and then Tether dominance starts going back up again. Maybe this is what it's going to be like going for the rest of 2025. I have no idea. I'm just speculating here. But I just wanted to game plan this out. I'm trying to give you guys some ideas, like why we might be in a channel, like a range, why we might be range bound on Tether dominance here. I don't know, we'll see. We'll have to see. We'll have to come back to this chart maybe like a few weeks from now, or maybe a month from now, and see if this plays out like that. But I think I'm going to end the stream here. I don't see any more requests. So that's gonna be it for today's live stream. Just be careful. I'll take a look at Bitcoin one more time, just to end the stream on Bitcoin. Bitcoin at $97,600. Let's go in the 5-minute time frame, see what it's doing here on the bull flags here. Yeah, so you know, we look like we were gonna get some bull flags here, but maybe now it's looking more like more like this on the flag. So we'll see how that plays out. Looks like we're gonna go sideways here for the next few hours here on Bitcoin. But yeah, we want to see Bitcoin stay above $97,000 and never go below $97,000 again, okay? If we want to continue being bullish. If we go below $97,000, which is only like $600 away, if we go below $97,000, then we're probably gonna end up going down to $94,000. That's the next price target for Bitcoin. Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna end the channel there. I mean, end the live stream there. I appreciate you guys coming on to live stream. Be on the lookout for my next live stream. I'm not sure if I'm going live tomorrow, but I'll most likely go live on Friday, and then you'll also see me on Sunday around this time frame as well. Okay, guys. Take care, and I will see you on the next live stream. But let me just read this one last comment. Yes, Martial Law says, in times like this, I tell my friends that new to invest and never invest more than willing to lose, and always have dry powder on the side. Yep, that's definitely good advice there that you're giving your friends. Just make sure you tell them not financial advice, so they don't sue you later. If they do, then that means they weren't your friends. All right. Yep, that's it for today. I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Take care.